This is a quick tutorial on making a plot on the fly using tarot cards. I'm actually going to be using Russian Gypsy fortune-telling cards for this. I'm only doing it because they're prettier and more complicated. They do give pretty detailed descriptions in the little book that comes with them, so I like them for that too. If I can't figure out what I want, what I like about it, like the description from the short one, there's a long one as well. But so I'm just laying them out in a grid 5x5. They each have 4 half images on them. The goal with this is to rotate them so you have a matching image. So you see right there, I have the star. I'm just going to go through. It can go in either direction on this. The direction they face actually affects what the reading is. So let's see if I've got another. I want 5 or 6 total. I've got the bridge right there and also the mountain. The way that they are oriented changes what they mean, just like regular tarot cards. Right there is the Cavalier. You'll notice when I go into the actual making a plot out of this that they're facing a different way. That's because I'm dumb at taking photographs. I took all my photographs going in the wrong direction. I had to rotate them to fit onto a video screen. So everything, the entire reading is rotated 90 degrees. Right there is the bread. I messed up a whole bunch in the middle of this. It's okay though, because I ended up with a plot out of it. And then there is my last one. That is the heart. So I'm going to, before I actually do a reading, I do a reading, I mean literally read what these cards mean, because this isn't a reading. Before I do that though, I want to have a template set up to fill in what each card is going to represent. I'm going to be doing a romance because that is what I am most comfortable with. And I know for a romance, I'm going to need 5 items. I will need, let's see, the male main character or an MMC. I will need a female main character or FMC. Because I'm trying to get an actual plot out of this. Those two are going to be character descriptions or like what they're doing right now. But I will need an inciting incident that puts their adventure on track. I'll need plot points. With the Russian Gypsy fortune-telling cards, there is not a set number of cards that you're going to get in a reading. If you're doing some other technique like tarot, or if you look at the bottom, I also have a really quick way to convert just regular playing cards into tarot cards, and then you can Google the meanings. So for that, you would want to have like a set number of plot points that you're doing. In this particular one, because I had 6 cards total, there will be 2 plot points, and the last one is going to be the conclusion. Okay, so my first card is the star. As I mentioned before, with Russian Gypsy fortune-telling cards, you have a very short 1-sentence description of the card. There is also an extremely long one. I could have used either for these. I found that for the most part, the small ones were adequate. So for the star in this direction, that means success in dealings. So right off the bat, I have the most generic romance plot imaginable. Is he Christian Grey? We don't know yet, but he is a wealthy businessman because he's successful. So for my female main character, I have the bridge. The bridge in this position means a radical change and lifestyle awaits you. This card in general could mean like you are entering a new romance, you are getting married, you're having a child, life events. For the purpose of this plot, I'm going to say that my FMC is about to start a little local business that is a competitor to my MMC's large business. We're going to call him Starbucks, and we're going to call her local coffee shop. So she's trying to start a local coffee shop, or because of the inciting incident. Maybe she's had one going for a little while. The inciting incident is the Mountain. You will receive help from strong people during a difficult moment. So in my mind, she's had this little local coffee shop. It's not doing well. Possibly because a Starbucks just went in next to her. So she is going to receive help from strong people during a difficult moment. I'm going to say that she gets a really nice business loan to maybe her espresso maker has died and she doesn't have the money for a new one. And let's say the MMC has taken a little interest in her coffee shop. And has enjoyed the competition between the two of them. And so he surprises her with a new espresso machine. Maybe she doesn't know it comes from him. Maybe she thinks it comes from somebody else, because that's how a romance plot works. We do need some plot point now. The first plot point is the Cavalier, which is you will hear pleasant news. I would like to think that this is after the espresso machine, though. So maybe she gets featured on maybe she gets like a movie. They film something there. Or some local celebrity musician decides to play some sets at her coffee shop. I don't know. But she gets some good news, something that is going to help her business along so that she can keep fighting with this guy who she doesn't like but is secretly helping her along. The next plot point is going to be the bread. The bread is you will be happy with a present, because this is the most saccharine sweet romance I could have possibly come up with. Blame the cards, not me. So I think he gives her a present as well. I don't know, because he's already given her an espresso machine. The good news is because it's a later plot point, maybe it will be the climax of it. Maybe he'll just buy the shop for her. Maybe I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is the climax. I would say that this is going to be when he confesses that he was the one who bought her the espresso machine to begin with. Maybe the present is a kitten. Who knows? I don't know, because I'm not actually writing this. I have my own story this time. I'm just doing this for a demo. The conclusion, however, because this is the world I live in, is the heart. This particular heart means merriment and gaiety will never leave you. It is, again, the most bland reading ever. However, when I saw this merriment and gaiety will never leave you, I said, I'm going to do a little bit more reading on this. So I went into, as I mentioned, these books have a much larger description. I found this lovely Russian proverb further explaining this merriment / gaiety will never leave you. Love isn't a potato. You can't throw it out the window. So I think they're going to stay and keep their businesses and keep their professional, I'm blanking on words. That's okay. Their professional little fight going on. But they are going to go home and have a happy home life together. And that is my instant tarot plot. Thanks for listening to me ramble for this last few minutes. Bye.